Hello, this is Snapback Gaming, and today I decided to do something a little bit different. Instead of playing an actual game, I suppose, I decided to do Would You Rather. This is just a website that you can go on, and it'll give you different scenarios, and it'll be like, Would you rather, such as right here, make out with Gollum, or hook up with Beetlejuice from the movie. I'll be playing this. I'll probably do a couple episodes on it, maybe do some challenge videos for it. But other than that, let's get right into it. So, make out with Gollum or hook up with Beetlejuice. I have never seen Beetlejuice. I don't like Gollum. He creeps me out. So I'd go with Beetlejuice. And 56 people agree. Would you rather sneeze every 3 minutes or always have the sensation to sneeze and never do? Every 3 minutes, that's not super bad, but I might never sleep again. And always have the sensation to sneeze and never do. I cannot stand the sensation of sneezing and it just never happens. So I'm gonna sneeze every 3 minutes. Again, I chose the majority. Would you rather never be able to remember anyone's birthday or anniversary, or forget every historical date from the past and why it was... Use only Comic Sans or Papyrus. This is an Undertale reference. A lot of people don't like Comic Sans. I don't know why. Then Papyrus. I've never played Undertale. I am really looking forward to playing it in the future, but as in font, I would go Comic Sans. Would you rather be a student the rest of your life or be a teacher the rest of your life? Okay. Would I rather want to be babysitted or be a babysitter? Does this mean I could actually flip out on people and just not get in trouble? Because if that's it, then I will be a student. Wow, 52% decided to be a teacher. Would you rather drive a smart car or drive a Lamborghini and fill up 4 times a week? Just smart car or Lamborghini? I'll go with smart car. I'm not a giant luxury person, so out of your own pocket eat. Well, out of your own pocket. Whatever. Would I rather have 40 quarters, which is $10, or 10 100 bills? Quarters, I'm a giant arcade person, so that could get me a little ways, but $1,000, I could just break that in quarters. So I'll go with $1,000. Would you rather be known for something good, example being a really wise person, or be unknown for something great, example curing cancer? This is something I've had a discussion with a couple of my friends before. Like, would I rather want to be famous or be important about something but not famous for it? I would honestly rather be unknown for something great because I do not like the attention. I know that kind of says a lot from doing YouTube, but I mean, like, every time I had, like, a birthday or something, I just never liked the intention. I just didn't like people saying, Happy birthday, or I hope you have a good day, or anything like that. But, again, with the YouTube, it's just that. It's not that for YouTube it's any different, like, oh, well, I'm just doing this just to do it. This is more like, it's not about the intention, it's about being able to meet more people through a wider community and not actually looking for just the money or just the fame for it. That's if I even like success and actually become famous by doing this. But again, like, I'm not doing it just for fame or money. I don't like the attention. It's just some way for me to meet more people and hopefully become friends with a lot of people and like get to know more people through a larger community rather than Facebook, Meet Me, Twitter, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. So I'd rather be unknown for something great. Would you rather know who killed Tupac or know who killed Biggie? I'm not a Biggie fan, and I'm not much of a Tupac fan. I've listened to a couple of Tupac songs, so I'll go Tupac. Would you rather know everything in your partner's past or know nothing from your partner's past? I don't have a partner right now, so that's kind of self-explanatory. Would you rather live without your cell phone or live... I don't even have an iPod anyways. Would you rather be a rock star or a movie star? I was... Even when I was a little kid, I always... Like, when I was a little kid, I always wanted to get my tongue split or my tongue pierced, and I just thought, like, that was some of the coolest stuff ever. I still don't... I don't want to anymore. But I always like... I'm a giant accident-prone person, so being, like, a... As in a movie star, if they mean, like, maybe a stunt double or maybe just, like... Just being in action movies where I'm gonna have to be doing a lot of crazy stunts, then that maybe, but a rock star, I'm constantly on tour. Depending on how popular I get, so I think I'd rather be a rock star. Would you rather be in a car accident that kills only you or be responsible for a car accident where you live but your 5 closest friends and family die? Wow, this just got deep. Would I rather be the only one dead or have 5 of my closest friends and family die? Wow, man. I honestly don't want to answer this question. I would say have me die. Because I would feel... Because if I was responsible for a car... I really hope that doesn't come through most of the time. I hate it when I hit the microphone. Well, I mean, if I was responsible for a car accident that killed 5 very close friends and family, I would feel so guilty about it. And, like, the guilt would just eat me up about it. I would just feel so horrible about it. Be Gonzo or be the Cookie Monster? I don't know who Gonzo is, so I'll go Cookie. Cookie! Stab yourself in the stomach with a 5-inch blade or cut off the tips of all your... Oh, my stomach's starting to hurt now. Ow. 5-inch blade or cut off the tips of all your fingers. Now, when it says fingertips, does that mean, like, just chop off the very tip of my finger, or to the point where it's, like, at the tip of the finger bone? If it's the tip of just the finger, I'll go with the fingertips. Yeah. Would rather master every programming language or master every spoken language? This is a hard one. Would I rather want to be fluent through every language spoken, or would I rather want to be, like, not necessarily be useful? I mean, if I master every spoken language, then that would mean that I could be a translator. I could be paid very well since I can speak multiple, hundreds of languages. But with a programming language, I could probably get paid quite a bit as well, because then I could understand, like, what hackers are saying and just a lot of internet talk that goes on, because there's a ton of different kind of programming and spoken language that goes around, like Morse code. Would ASL actually be considered spoken language? Because you're not, I mean, well, yeah, ASL wouldn't necessarily be spoken since it's, like, hand signs. So, in, like, programming language, would that, like, mean, binary? Yeah, wait. Yeah, binary, which is ones and zeros, if I'm correct. Spoken or program? I would go spoken. Would rather be Australian or be American? I'm already American, and I love doing Australian accents. I actually, when I first started doing Australian accents was when I first saw Gabriel Iglesias when he first was talking about the crocodile hunter. He's like, oh, yeah, look over there, right there. That's a tiger. It's one of the largest cats in the world. I'm gonna go touch it with a stick. And, like, that was just absolutely amazing. I loved watching that. And, like, being Australian or being American. Does this mean that I live in Australia? Or does this mean I can still live in America, but just I come from Australia, or I'm from Australian descent? Because if it's from Australian descent, I would love to do that. So I would go to Australian. Would you rather slam your hand on top of a thumbtack with a half-inch pin, or shoot yourself in the top of the foot with a nail gun? Again, like, I don't think the thumbtack would hurt that bad. It's only half an inch, but a nail gun, that's a lot of... If we're talking about industrial, where it's using air compressor, and that's like a... that. Sorry about that, I got cans up on the... I have cans up on here, but that's like a really hard shot right into your foot. But, like, slamming your hand down on top of a thumbtack, that's just, like, just, and it'll be over. It's just a really fast, just, and it's done. So I'd go with slamming my hand. Would you rather death by firing squad or death by hanging? Hanging, there are times, firing squad is, you're gonna die no matter what. There's a possible chance of them missing. Okay, I mean, if we're talking about, like, going old school where 3 guys line up and only 1 gun has a bullet, or there's 5 people and they all have a full magazine, then if we're going old school with the 1 person, then excuse me, if we're going with 1 person with 1 bullet, they can miss very easily. I mean, not very easily, but they could miss pretty easily. Whereas if it's 5 people with fully loaded magazines, then there's no way they're gonna miss. I mean, they're gonna miss, but I'm still gonna be shot a lot. Death by hand, this can fail too, where it's not gonna break my neck instantly, or the rope will break, or something as in that, where if it does work, if it doesn't break my neck instantly, then I'm gonna be suffocating, which is, I mean, I remember when I was a little kid, I would actually be sleeping, then I would, like, turn over, and I would get my face, like, dead in a corner, and I would start, like, and I just couldn't breathe, and I wouldn't notice, and, like, I would be dreaming, and I could remember, like, I would dream about me drowning, and I could, like, I just could feel myself starting to suffocate, and, like, right before I get to where I'm passing out, then I wake up, and, like, I would just go, but I've had that suffocating feeling, and it is horrible to experience that kind of thing. So I'd go by firing squad. Watch a movie directed by James Cameron or Steven Spielberg. I actually don't think I've ever seen a James Cameron movie. Maybe I have, so I'll go with Steven Spielberg. Would you rather have extremely muscular arms or extremely muscular legs? Me, I have a high metabolism, so I don't got muscular... I mean, like, probably the most muscular thing are probably my legs either way. So, if anything, I'd probably go with arms, since I really need to build up my arms. Have met Jesus or Confucius? West versus East. Would I rather want a man that came back from the dead and granted miracles, or would I rather want to meet a Asian philosopher that gave amazing wisdom? Wisdom over miracles. I have to go Jesus. And this is not meaning I'm Christian or anything like that. Be Godzilla or King Kong? King Kong, a giant ape. Godzilla, a giant lizard that can breathe fire. That can, like, breathe plasma. I'll go Godzilla, dude. I mean, I love Godzilla. Listen to the Macarena for 4 hours straight. Listen to Mambo number 5 for 4 hours straight. I've never listened. I may have. Is Mambo number 5 always like Mambo Elastic? Like the Mr. Bean theme, like Say the mambo. You know what I mean, but Macarena. Macarena is actually kind of a soothing song. Because it's not like up in your face. It's not like or it's just kind of like it's like Macarena. I don't know the actual lyrics to it. Eddie Vedder or Freddie Mercury. I don't know Eddie Vedder, so I'll go Freddie Mercury. Oh, I hate mustard. I absolutely despise mustard. Toothpaste for 3 weeks. Or a gallon of mustard in one sitting. I'd go with gallon. Would you rather only brutal metal? There's no doubt about that. Have a lightsaber or a phaser? Lightsaber, dude. Who'd give up a lightsaber over a phaser? Freeze to death in the Arctic or burn to death in the desert. These are two very painful and disturbing ways to go. I'd rather want to overheat until my body quits on itself or slowly freeze to death where I'm going to be getting frostbite and I'm just going to end up, my body just ends up quitting on me. Frostbite or heat exposure. I'll go heat. I can't stand the cold as is. As a leader, would you rather be loved or be feared? If I'm actually correct, this is an old saying, like, people would ask, well, would you rather want to be loved or be feared, as in right now? And they always say, well, it's best to be loved and feared by the ones, like by the citizens. If I'm loved, then people may not take me as serious, I suppose. But if I'm feared, then people would be too scared of me and want me gone out of office very, very quickly. So would I rather want to be hated or not taken seriously in a sense? This is what I'm getting from it. It may not be what it actually means, so I'd rather be loved. Your partner have a homosexual... Again, I don't have a partner. Have a homosexual affair or hetero. Either way, it's horrible. Either way, it's bad. So would I rather want them have intercourse with another person or... another man or another woman? I'd have to go woman. Would you rather have every commercial be an annoying Geico ad for the rest of your life or have every commercial be a Verizon Can You Hear Me Now ad for the rest of your life? Geico, I liked the little gecko. I thought he was cool. So I'll go Geico, man. Speak everything in surround sound or have your own entrance theme when you walk in a room. Wow, this is actually kind of cool. Surround sound or a theme? Does this mean, like, is the theme pre-chosen, or do I actually get to choose what my theme is? Because if it's where I can choose what my theme is, then I'd be fine with that. But surround sound, I think I might go surround sound with this one. Wow, people would actually rather want them have their own theme. Get run over by a car and die. Or kill 5 small children with your car. Alright, this one I'm not doing. I don't want to do that one. Alright, would you rather be extremely paranoid or be extremely naive? If I'm correct, I'm sure. I've looked this up before. If naive means, like, I think it might be like childish. If I'm correct. Again, I can't remember. Paranoid or childish? I'm paranoid as is, and I'm childish as is. I'll go with paranoid. If you had a mutation of your choice, would you rather have an extra limb or an extra eyeball? Alright, well, I'm going to actually end this episode here, so if you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a like, and if you're new here, please subscribe down below. If you guys have an idea for a different intro, or if you have an idea for an outro, please leave it in the comments. And I'll be leaving in the description of this video, just as every other video, a link to a Facebook page, so you will be notified for every time I put up a new video. Thank you guys for watching, and I actually want you guys to answer this question in the comments below. Would you rather want to have an extra arm, extra limb, or an extra eyeball? Please leave your answer down in the comments. I really want to see what you guys will say. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a very amazing day, and I'll see all you guys in the next edition of Snapback Gaming.